Welcome to Hired at Henkel, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes at one of the world's leading innovators in consumer brands and adhesive technologies. I am your host, Sara Cerruto. In each episode, we sit down with team members from across North America to explore how they are crafting their unique careers here at Henkel. Our episode today focuses on our dynamic Henkel interns, past, present, and future. With us here today, we have Sarina Santos and Catherine Burges. Thank you for joining me today. Curious if you can share a little bit more about who you are. Sarina, do you want to lead?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarina Santos, and I'm currently a recruitment partner here at Henkel. I've been at the company for about 4 years. I started as an intern in the Rock Hill, Connecticut office. And then through my career at Henkel, I now reside in New York City in my role in talent acquisition.
Amazing. Thank you, Sarina. Catherine, hey, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Sarah. My name is Catherine Burgess. I am a rising senior at Wake Forest University in North Carolina, but I am originally from Connecticut in the Stamford area. And at Wake, I am majoring in communications with a double minor in marketing and journalism. And I actually am a returning Henkel. So on my year two intern at Henkel.
Awesome. And Catherine, this is a full circle moment right now because I would be remiss if I did not mention that Sarina was your recruitment partner that helped to onboard you to the organization. You had some of your very first conversations with her. Can you talk to me a little bit about your unique recruitment experience, and your summer internship looking back at last year and this year?
It really is such a full circle moment for me. My recruitment experience for the first summer internship I did, so summer of 2024, really just set the tone for my experience at Henkel in such a positive way. I was being screened for a digital marketing internship in the Rocky Hill location, and I just remember that first conversation with Sarina so vividly. From the start, she was really warm, engaging, and just very genuinely interested in who I was, not just what was on my resume, which I now see why after being employed at Henkel now for 2 years. And just really what stood out to me is how transparent she was about the company culture and the expectations of the role. And I really left that conversation not only excited about the possibility of joining a team, but also feeling very seen. Those first calls when you're in college trying to get a first role in a corporate internship, that was my first corporate setting, are really nerve wracking. And I just really left feeling excited and enthusiastic for what was to come and really confident in my abilities, but also confident that I was going to grow if I got the position, which I obviously did. And they really just made it clear from that first screening to when I continued the interview process, that they were interested in me, that they had done their homework on me. And it really reinforced to me that they were invested in my experience, not just in what I could provide for them. So I really felt I was a part of something from day one.
That's great to hear. And the honesty and transparency is absolutely a pillar, I find, of Henkel and our talent acquisition community. Just being really upfront. And of course, Sarina is one of the most warm and engaging people that I know. So I'm glad that you have had the opportunity and still have the opportunity to work with her. So, Sarina, you mentioned you have been here at Henkel now for 4 years, which is incredible. Talk to me, Sarina, and you have to probably look back to the wonder years in the past. Talk to me a little bit about what your recruitment experience looked like. What were some of your initial impressions? Were they similar to Catherine's, different? Interested to hear about that.
I think some aspects of it were very similar, but some of it was different. So I graduated in 2021. from Central Connecticut State University. I actually grew up in Rocky Hill, Connecticut, where the office is. And I got the internship. I won't forget, I got the internship that January, and it was my last semester of college. And I was a dual major in marketing and human resources. And I was like, great, this will give me that marketing experience. It's local in Rocky Hill, which is awesome for the commute. And I just remember um, being very nervous, I feel like, during the interview process, of course, but of course, staying true to myself and like my transferable skills. And I remember actually getting the call that I got the job, and it was very exciting. I was at my current job that I had in college, and I just remember being very excited because I was finally going to be able to get like both internship experiences in my majors, which was really exciting. And I absolutely enjoyed my internship that whole summer. I really got to see what it was like to step into a corporate environment and work on projects that make an impact, not only in North America, but globally as well. And when it comes to that whole summer, I got to network with a plethora of people, and it was awesome. My colleagues, other interns, and even people that I looked up to and, needed guidance from, like my managers. And I still keep in contact with them till this day. So it's really exciting. And that just kind of shows how your internship can kind of really set you up to, network with others and still keep in touch and really craft your career, but like never forget the people that gave you those experiences and opportunities to really make your mark.
Thanks, Sarina. And one thing you said that really resonated with me was impact. Was there a specific internship project that you worked on during your internship that you feel like was really important to you that you can share with us? And Catherine, I'm interested to hear from you too.
Yes, absolutely. I would say if I had to pick one that I felt that was really impactful to me, was a pilot project that I actually worked on. It was one of my big final projects at the end of the year, and we had to basically find a way to partner with a local STEM organization or local robotics organization, so we could bring more awareness to the younger generations, which I kind of think is great considering Henkel's one of the statements talks about being pioneers for the generations to come. So it was a really exciting project where I got to partner with a local robotics organization in Connecticut, and I got to set up, some events and partnerships, both at their like championships or events going on, but also I got to bring some people on site to our Rocky Hill, Connecticut office to see the labs and work with our products, because a lot of these people do use our adhesives in their robots. So I thought it was really nice to kind of not only connect and bring people on site and see kind of how it's made in the lab, but also really nurture their minds so that when they're older and they're pursuing degrees in like engineering, product development, any of those routes, they're thinking of Loctite and they're thinking of the products, and they're looking back at their experience there. So it was really awesome to watch that come to life. I got to collaborate with a lot of people cross functionally. Application engineering, sales, other areas of marketing, legal, and HR as well. And it was really an amazing thing to watch something just go to the ground up, and just be proud. So that was my most impacted project.
Definitely, and had such a community feel to it as well, and all the different individuals that you got to collaborate in that intern project is incredible, so thank you for sharing. Catherine, what about you? You're in year 2 of this summer internship returning. Any specific impactful intern projects that you've participated in that you can share with us?
Yeah, so many, it's just really hard to choose. What I really like is during both of my internships, I got to really start something kind of from scratch or build on something after it only had just been implemented. And one of my favorite projects that I've been working on now is our intern influencer program. And this program launched only last year. And when I was in my first internship as a digital marketing intern, I applied to be in this program. And through this, I got to create a video and submit it highlighting all the unique projects and the work that I do as a digital marketing intern. And I think from there, that's probably why I got hired back because I think my video got a lot of recognition and really also helped highlight the internship program at Henkel. And now this year, I've really been kind of running it. And so I have not only been able to apply what I learned last year to my role now as an employer branding intern, but I was able to triple engagement in the program from last year, which is really impressive considering we're only on year 2 of the program. And it's really opened up a lot of opportunities for other interns to be able to showcase what they're working on. And interns really in all different functions, whether they're a chemical engineer or another HR intern, it just gives them that opportunity to shine and shows how we can build a program that shows actionable impact to not only just the other interns, not only people internally in Henkel, but also externally as well. And I just love getting to be a part of that and really spearhead that.
Incredible. And tripling the numbers, please add that to your LinkedIn, your resume, scream it from the rooftops. That's something to be super, super proud of. So thanks so much for sharing. So, Sarina, I know I keep saying this, but you've been with Henkel for 4 years. It's just really incredible coming from an intern into a full-time position. That's really the dream, right? Of being able to start an intern role and then progress within the company. Could you perhaps share what made your experience unique of now being in talent acquisition? You've been in marketing, and maybe walk me through your personal process of crafting your career here at Henkel.
Absolutely. I really love sharing this with people because I think one, it's different to everyone, but I'm really proud of what I've built here and who I've met and where I've gotten in my career. And if I really could talk and, talk about what made my experience unique, it's I feel like being ambitious for work. When I was an intern, I had my projects and I remember going to my manager being like, oh, if you need help with anything else, just let me know. I think just offering that is just shows that you want to learn and you have an eagerness and enthusiasm to learn the business and you want to like be a part of something, which is really great. I will also say in alignment with ambition is clear communication. And I know that's something that as an intern, it might be nerve wracking to ask questions or kind of communicate what you want. But I remember kind of being halfway through my internship and being like, I don't want to leave. So I set up time with my manager and my vice president at the time, and I remember just being honest and being like, "How can I stay on? Like, how can I, stay on? I'm graduated, and I just don't want to leave. So if there's any opportunity for me to stay and work on different projects, I'd really love that opportunity." And I think sharing what you want and what you're interested in, my voice was heard, and the value, add from my projects was examined and I got to stay on, which was super awesome, which led me to a full-time role, being a digital marketing specialist in our adhesive business unit. And I think that is how I got from intern to full-time in marketing. And I absolutely loved my role in marketing. I loved having that creative outlook of creating content and working with different distribution partners and also just creating something from scratch and watching people online love it. And I think what got me from marketing to HR was networking. Being a part of an office or an office location, there's so much opportunities to join ERGs and connect with one another. Um, and I luckily was able to make some connections with people in talent acquisition and participate in some recruitment events and also some on-site events at the Rock Hill office as well. And when it came time to this team, opening in-house, I was reached out to about this role. And that allowed me to really join a team where I can kind of now take my creative skills and learn new, more process-based skills, but also contribute to the greater good of the company and bringing in talent and sharing my amazing experience that I've had at Hinkle, which has also now allowed me to get exposure to different business units and also relocate to a new city, which I think is just so exciting that the company has allowed me to do that. I have a lot to thank them for.
Great. Thank you, Sarina. And in listening to what you both said throughout our conversation, it seems like the things that have been successful and what works for both of you is the idea of networking, being transparent, having an action plan of where you see yourself within the organization, and kind of maybe stepping outside of your comfort zone at times to make things happen in that way of crafting your career. So, last question for both of you. Very, very important. What is a Henkel product that you can't live without?
That is a wonderful question. There's many Henkel products I use every day in my life, but I wouldn't be lying if I said every day I use my Got to Be brow and edge gel. I absolutely love it. I buy it on Amazon and it is the best. It keeps my brows in place and it is also so good for the edges of your hair if you have any flyaways. I take it with me on any trip I go to, anywhere, I go, and it's a staple in my household.
What about you, Catherine? What is a Henkel product you could never live without?
Yeah, no, for me, without a doubt, it would be sexy hairspray. I have really thick hair and I love styling it, but I always want that style to last. And especially in North Carolina, we get a lot more humidity. So you got to have something in there holding it together. And I love sexy hairspray. I also love the smaller size in it, and I just travel with it. And it really is just such a staple for me.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Sarina and Catherine, for joining us today here at Hired at Henkel. It was really empowering and amazing listening to each of your stories and journeys. And you've clearly made your mark here at the organization. And we're so excited to see you grow within your unique career paths. Thanks for listening. If you would like to check out open positions, please visit henkel.com/careers. And don't forget to follow us on our social media channels. You can find them in the description box below.